Welcome, everyone. Welcome to TheRoom podcast. This is our 6th episode. Thank you for joining us today. As you can tell, I'm with my boy Brandon.
What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good.
Hey.
Nice to see y'all, Psych.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. It's nice to see everyone through this lens.
We appreciate you clicking on this video. We got some things in store. Today we'll be going about business goals and how we can utilize social media to achieve those goals.
Exactly. So, Brandon and I have been in the works for some time now, just kind of being creators of our own. Brandon, he's, creating a business for what?
For landscaping, that industry.
Yeah,
outdoor work.
Yep, landscaping, all around outdoor work up for your home or HOA or whatever.
Be nice to be a commercial.
For real, though.
One day.
And, I'm in the works of obviously creating a global podcast, but also, put more effort and more, enthusiasm, I guess you could say, into my clothing brand. So
something that I love and something that he loves. Just putting any type of effort will help you get there, but start off small. Start off with a goal.
Yep.
And some goals I have right now would be just acquiring machinery, something that will drive down time and get things done efficiently. So
yeah, because in your field, machinery is number one. That's the only way you can really get the job done, right? And there's a lot of tools involved, I would assume.
Number one would be a truck.
Yeah, for real.
Number one.
Got to get somewhere first.
Even something that could pull a trailer. You can get by with a van too, but preferably a truck, definitely.
Yep.
I mean, I started off with that. I know that'd be the first major key. I let go of my sports car for my truck right now, and I knew it already has paid off. I mean, you want to think about assets, something that will help you generate income.
Yep.
You got to be strategic about it, and there's things now that we have in place, and there's places where we want to be, and to get there, you got to make the right investment.
Yeah, making the proper sacrifices is definitely key, and that's one thing that you were able to achieve, that one goal of, selling what you really enjoyed at the time, but knew it wasn't really needed. In order to, achieve that goal, you're like, well, I need to make sacrifices and
definitely sacrifice.
I
mean, I always sometimes wish I kept it.
Oh yeah,
I know
for
it's
sure.
Doable,
I bet.
Because right now it's definitely not it's not in the time frame for financial planning and stuff like that. But
exactly. Any other business goals on top of that? Like, what would you want to, what is like, obviously, get all the equipment, obviously get the, the customers, but what would you like to achieve at some point? What's the main reason why you want to do this?
Having it on me, operating it out of my home will be ideal. To come home and just unload and be home finally. Not like, with every business is different, but with landscaping, you could have a set location that you're renting out, and then from there there's a lot of management involved when it comes to landscaping.
Yeah.
There's a lot of details. There's a lot of information that needs to be told to a foreman. I mean, the goal is to have a strong crew. That's the goal right now.
Yeah.
Training them, and if they already know something, I mean, they can pick up quickly and gain some trust.
Yeah.
Build off of that, and take care of them. They take care of me. I mean, that's business, man.
Exactly. For real though. 100%.
For you, what would be a short-term goal for some of the business? He has multiple businesses. How about just the main two businesses you have? What are short-term goals for each?
I would definitely say the two. I mean, I could look futuristically and definitely say that I want to bring back my clothing brand. I pretty much put that to the side so I can, just kind of focus on other things and just kind of like do more of the things I enjoyed. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoyed making clothes and putting clothes out there for you all, or the people that, that were following me at that time. But, kind of realized that it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of time and money to do it. So I would definitely say one of my prime goals is to get my clothing brand back and to make this podcast more than just, a local type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want this podcast to be global. If anything, I want someone in California to be listening to me like I listen to someone in, California,
Yeah, for sure.
So that's my
it's nice that you started somewhere and you got a feel for the field.
Yep.
And right now we're getting a feel for this field.
Exactly.
I'm privileged and honored to be a part of this field with you. This podcast is something that feels like an exercise, feels like a hobby, but at the end of the day, we should approach it with the mindset of business, because business is very important in life. There's a lot of things to talk about business because it goes hand in hand, with ethical morals and just doing right by others, and it's a win-win. It's the art of the deal.
Damn right.
And that I really have some experience with customer service, and the other jobs I've had has helped me go a long way, and there's so much further I know I can be capable of if I just put my mind to it. And that's why I'm going to stay driven and put myself out there for really the future relies on it.
Yeah.
My family's counting on me. I'm counting on myself.
Yeah, because honestly, bro, the way I'm working right now, I want to, I would love to be able to have my own company to where I can just do it how I want to do it, or just, work on my own time in a way, be really busy, but be busy doing something I actually really enjoy, and I think if I were to make a living out of, doing a podcast and pushing, clothing or just taking pictures of cars or just whatever, that would be awesome, man. Imagine how busy I would be.
We're living the dream, to be honest. I mean, the thing is, we don't want to be something holding us back, sure, that makes sense, certain circumstances, but is it really something holding you back, or is it just yourself?
For real, though. And that's a lot of the times I think it's just yourself. You hear too much bullshit, and a lot of people just don't want to take the time or don't have the confidence to really make it happen. Just picking up a camera like we are right now, it's just not many people are willing to do it.
It's confidence, man, because I know it is nerve-wracking. For me to buy this truck, that was just a commitment, and I just did it. And if you make the right choice, it'll happen for you. If you just keep making the right choice, you always have a second to make the right choice. And a lot of times, you have so much time to just put your mind on where you can go with this opportunities that are there.
And exactly. And plus, the people around you, when they did hear, when you told me that you're selling your Civic, I kind of was just like, what the hell? What are you doing? And then you kind of came to more of a mindset that I was like, oh, all right. I see how he's thinking. You were, how old when you bought you were early.
Yeah, I think I just turned
20.
18.
Just turned 18. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you had just turned 18 and was already having the mindset that I need to get rid of this to really make some money and to do something that's actually worth it, And that's good. That's good that you had that mindset. For real, though.
Thanks, man. Because I consider things as everywhere where I put my money as an investment. It's just I always viewed it as a tool, and I wanted to result in something useful. My Civic was useful because I got great pleasure out of it. That's why I still will love to have your car, for instance. I was trying to hey, Drake, can you let me drive your car? Or even Joey's car. It's nice cars out there, but
yeah,
I know that'll come in time. Due time when they get the money right first.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that, you have some good business goals, and I really hope that you achieve them.
Thanks.
Because, straight up, I want to see, especially my close friends like you, to definitely succeed. And as long as you put that working it, but I'm glad.
It helps having you, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I was about to say. That's another thing that helps so much is that, you know, we kind of both motivate each other in a way where you see that I'm trying to push forward and do more, and I'm bringing you part of it, and then you even bring me part of it, you know, working with your dad and stuff like that. Like seeing that, it's perfect, because if one of your friends are motivated, the other one tends to be motivated as well, unless they're just not thinking properly.
I mean, that's when you kind of want to grab them by the collar and be like,
yeah, dude, what are you doing?
Look at me.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
I mean,
in reality,
even if it's not business related, I mean, just
yeah, doesn't always have to be that way.
You don't always have to be an entrepreneur, but strive for, you know, success, and you can definitely, like I said in the first episode, you can, you know, work your way, find your path, but definitely take the narrow one, because that one will bring you to greater things. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Guaranteed.
So, with that,
a lot of good signs, but with that, I mean, how would we be able to put these goals into reality utilizing a social media platform?
Well,
what have you done? I mean, I know you were posting some ads.
Yeah, so at the time of me, you know, creating my clothing brand, you know, obviously I didn't have a great following to really push my name out there. It was more of just like, you know, you hear and you know, if you're a friend and you're following me, you know about it, you know, and that's about it. So from there, I try to, like, you know, the whole ad thing on Instagram, paid like $5 for a numerous amount of days, or you had like limits. You could pay like 10, 15. I think I paid like 15 at most, and it was there for like a week or two. And, you know, it reaches different, you know, spectrums of people, to where, like, you know, people that are looking into clothing, or, you know,
was there other options with that? Instead of $5, do $20?
Yeah, I mean, you could. I don't remember exactly the numbers, but I'm pretty sure you can get up to like maybe $100, maybe, or maybe 50 at most. But yeah, you could definitely.
I'm not too familiar right now. I mean, with Craigslist, is that still a platform that exists?
For real though, honestly,
does it work?
I used to use Craigslist, but I don't think it's really like that anymore.
Facebook took over. They're implementing so much, man. There's a lot of key features to these apps.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of apps that not even social media, they would help you run your business too.
And just seeing the numbers, like Facebook is the biggest social media app in the market right now.
I know you also had a website, and that was fresh. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
the website, I actually really liked that. I did really well, I think, with that website. For just, you know, it was all Squarespace. But yeah, I used Squarespace, paid like monthly for it, and, you know, I took some time to really put some work on it, to be honest.
I need to do the same. Utilize Squarespace or whichever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also something that will probably take days developing to where you like it, but, you know, that you got to get over these obstacles. You know, once you accomplish that obstacle, it'll be set in place. And I think your website looked pretty nice. I mean, it's very simple. The simplicity goes a long way.
I would say it was like a lot more enjoyable than my own, like, Instagram in a way, you know? So it's like getting the people to go to my Instagram and then, like, wanting to click on the link to actually look on the website, which I had numerous of people do that. But I remember, like, meeting a friend actually at Nissan when I used to work at Nissan. It was two people I showed the website to, and they were just, like, really fascinated by it. They're like, wow, this is really nice. Like, good job.
I think a great goal would be this is my suggestion, to see how you can get into a store, even if it's a local store. I know, like a retail. I mean, that'd be awesome to have it in the store. Instead of online. Awesome. Every purchase you sold was online.
Yeah, it was like either online or just face to face. But yeah, it would be honestly awesome to be able to walk in a store, even if it was like a Zoomies, you know.
It's probably something we can look into. I mean, to see how you can implement something like that, you know, later down the road.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be later down the road, because I'm pretty sure you have to obviously be a brand that's
supply
popping.
And demand. Oh,
yeah, and people, it has to have demand.
Manager, maybe.
It needs demand, you know.
Definitely,
like, people gotta want it and willing to go to those places.
Everyone's fighting for a spot in the store.
Oh, yeah.
My bad, but, you know, hey, you got long-term goal right there.
Yeah, long-term goal. I mean, I would say the way I'm using social media, to bring it back on the topic of social media and how we use it, we could use it business-wise. You know, my main focus is just kind of like pushing out a lot of the things I enjoy. So like I like photography, I like obviously making this podcast, and I just like fashion in general. So putting those all together and just kind of reaching out to different people of the same interest. You know, they might grab onto it and be like, oh, wow, you know, I really like how he takes photos, but oh, wow, he makes a podcast as well, and he makes shirts. Like, that's like something I feel like if someone were to see, like, they would probably really appreciate that and probably see, like, all right, he working hard. You know, I see what he's doing.
Right, you're doing something.
You know?
You're onto something.
Exactly.
Definitely onto something.
So that's my main way, is just pushing out what I like to do and hoping people grab. Like, how do you use...
Do you kind of need to have it on your mind daily? Like, I know, yes, daily, but
yeah.
would you have to like look and find new ways to make a post? I mean, because you need a post daily. I mean, I know I don't.
Yeah.
For instance.
It is kind of that thing that is in your mind, and that's the one kind of shitty part about it. When it comes to you being part of social media and wanting to advertise, I feel like in the beginning of you really wanting to push your brand, you really got to focus on social media, and you're pretty much always on it. You know, I'm always like, all right, what am I going to put out next? Or, all right, it's been a little bit, I need to post. Or, you know, this is a perfect time to post. You know, it's like you're looking off all the analytics of your page and just kind of going off that, and you want that feedback. You know, that's really what you're wanting. You're just wanting feedback. Right.
Stories. I think a lot of, even doing stories, not just an actual post.
Yeah.
Post, you know, but
staying active. That's literally what it is. Mm-hmm. You don't want people to forget.
Indeed. If you can keep up with demand, if I could keep up with demand, I know I'd be a lot more active.
Hell yeah.
For business purposes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It's just right now we have plenty of stuff to do, and we need, personally, I'll open up a little bit about business. If for me, I try to keep up with demand, and we do a good job. Like I said in one podcast, check out all of our episodes. I mentioned how it can be difficult, you know, to keep up with demand. If you're okay with waiting, I did mention that, and it's just we need the manpower to accomplish. It's not just machinery; it's also manpower. It is a lot of labor, but
yeah, it's a job that not many people are able to do or willing to do. You know.
So, like when you start advertising, you would be prepared for the feedback that's going to happen. It's because it definitely will work. It definitely will work. Advertising definitely does work.
But it can be like a scary thing as well, because you're like putting money on it, you know, and you're just like, it is kind of distracting or disturbing in a way where you're like, all right, I put, you know, it's only $20, but I put $20 on this post, and like I see all these people looking at it, but no one's buying it, you know, and it's kind of annoying.
You gotta
but
take
in
that
the end of
risk,
the day,
man. You gotta bite the bullet.
You gotta, just like you said, yeah, you gotta bite the bullet, and you just kind of have to like, all right, well, whatever. You gotta keep moving, and that's one thing I've just learned hearing from a lot of people is just like, you're not going to get results fast, and that's sometimes how it is. You know, you expect things to kind of happen, but...
It's like the saying, slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, but then you just got to think about it and like, relax.
That's kind of one thing as well. It's like you can kind of, like we said earlier, confidence. The reason why that's so huge is, you know, you can feel down about yourself if, like, say, failures will definitely happen. Definitely. So just, you know, keep your head up.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do.
So... bringing it over to you in a way with social media. So you obviously are in the process, like I said, making your own company. So what do you exactly use your social media for? Do you keep it up to date, or do you even like post now?
No, actually right now it's all personal. It's nothing business related right now. Mm-hmm. But you can, if you're on my personal page, you go through my photos, you can find my business card. And I have a lot of things that I want to implement. I would need like I said, a website and a new Facebook profile. But right now I'm planning on doing that for next year. Yeah. And hopefully it kind of will vary as well with utilizing, you know, what my dad has going on as well. Yeah. So kind of we'll see. It's just, we want to implement, you know, acquiring the appropriate manpower and to grow, because we're actually can grow. We're ready for it. It's just implementing what's necessary instead of being at this plateau where we currently are at.
Yeah, because the business has been going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A long time. So it's like, I'm glad that you all have the steady jobs to pretty much always keep you busy.
Great.
It's
Mm-hmm.
always good to have.
I kind of feel like for me, would you say that if you're in business, watching Shark Tank, they want numbers to grow. It's all, you got to know your numbers. You got to know how much you're making, and know that you want to keep increasing. But
yeah.
Sorry, did I cut you off?
No, you're good.
Okay, man. But yeah, so just doing your best, forgetting the rest, but keep in mind what is possible, because there's a lot possible, and you got to figure that part out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, honestly, just to kind of say to whoever, because I've heard this many times, and this is what created me to believe in myself more and just, make it happen if it's a thought. Anyone that wants to create something, just simply do it. Because at the end of the day, you never know the outcome, just like how I don't know the outcome, but I'm just doing it because first off, I enjoy it, but I do want to see what can happen with something. And the only way you can find that out is by just committing to it. So honestly, anyone that has an idea, just try.
Just do it.
Because you can make goals. I don't sit here every day and write down my goals like some people. I'm pretty sure you've seen those videos where people are I wake up every single morning and I write down my goals for the day.
It's good for time management.
It's good, but I feel like, are you going to go by that every single day? All right, this is my goal. It's good. I would say it's good, but at the same time, I don't know if I could do that. I think I can just physically think in my head, all right, this is what I need to get done. But at the same time, I guess everyone works different and they're like that. But
it's good to have preparation prior for the day. Absolutely. I don't really know if I'll see myself writing things down because I kind of store it in my head.
Yeah, but depending on what it is, I've gotten a little bit better with just trying to write down things, especially when it comes to coming up with topics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to write it down because that's more I'm not going to remember maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't wake up every single day and I'm all I know is I gotta go to work. I got school. I got homework to do.
It's really easy to fall into a pattern.
Yeah, it's kind of
maybe with
repetitive.
Writing things down, you kind of just, like you said earlier, just being driven because of the possibilities. I'm trying to let y'all know you're capable if you believe in yourself, and helps extra if you believe in God. Give that a try.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we pretty much test base pretty well on our business goals and what we would want to do with them, and
post daily on social media.
Yeah, social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a platform that has grown so big, and it's just it can be used for so much. So it's best to take advantage of it.
Indeed.
And that's just how we utilize it. But definitely some growth, and hopefully we can make a recap maybe later on in
I'd love
the
to
series and be where
we're at today.
Just kind of reflect in a way, all right, this is how we're speaking, and this is our, these are the goals that we were able to achieve.
Exactly.
That'd be tight.
Be men of our word and put words into action. Actions speak louder.
Facts.
Potentially.
Hey. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. Like I said, this is episode 6. Just Brandon and I.
Yep.
Speaking some real shit. You already know. So.
Always going to be something new for y'all. Never know what you're going to expect.
Exactly. So, I made a solo, and this is our, first duo. I wouldn't mind trying to make, 2 podcasts a week in a way. We do our 4 with the boys, and then we maybe just add in a second one, or I might do a solo, but kind of do something like that to kind of bring a different perspective to you all and just give you all a little bit more. Because if y'all like podcasts, I would assume you're listening to this.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Yup. Thank you for joining us. Hey. This is John Craig. I'm just going to let it ride for y'all. Maybe sit back and relax for another 5 seconds. Yay.